Hello and welcome to the Stretch Zone. My name's Glenn Videlko. I'm an executive coach and facilitator in talent, teams and leadership and author of the Stretch Zone. In this post, we'll explore confidence and perfectionism, exploring the question, what does navigating confidence with a be perfect driver look like in practice? Helping us to think about ourselves and about our confidence differently. So, what does be perfect typically look like? Be perfects are typically task-focused thinkers who are observant, precise, meticulous, organized, and thorough. With high standards, they invest their time and energy in achieving excellence in whatever they do, bringing artistry and beauty to their organizations and the world. Wired in this way, be perfects expect a lot from themselves and other people, and the person they expect the most from is themselves. And when short of the mark, their anxiety compels them to try even harder, often as their own worst critic. Note, we're not talking about the clinical condition of OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder here, which is very different. So, how do our stereotypes make this even worse? In our action-orientated world, be perfects can get a lot of flack. Someone I've known for years, a hurry-up salesman who is now a coach, would repeatedly get on his soapbox criticizing perfectionists, as if striving for perfection is some kind of disease in need of a cure. And what makes this so embarrassing is that he is oblivious to his own be perfect driver. In our action-orientated world, being a perfectionist can be hard work, where we can feel different, unappreciated, and our unique contribution can be overlooked. So, how do be perfects relate to pressure? Be perfects can often have a love-hate relationship with pressure, where they love to put themselves under pressure, sometimes flying too close to the sun, falling into the trap of setting super high expectations of themselves, and in so doing supercharging the pressure in an already pressured situation. And then they paradoxically hate being under pressure. Essentially, for many be perfects, their relationship with pressure can often be unhealthy and dysfunctional, no different to anyone else. So, if you've been worried your drive to be perfect stresses you out, that your confidence disappears when you need it most, you have nothing to worry about. Confidence is a challenge for everyone who has the courage to step outside their comfort zones. The only difference is people who are not perfectionists are stressed out about other things. Essentially, we're all really in the same boat. So, what has perfectionism got to do with confidence? Confidence is not the absence of perfectionism, and confidence is not the presence of perfectionism. While confidence is our inner state, perfectionism relates to our behavioral predispositions and drivers. In this way, confidence and be perfect are two different things. Be perfects often mistake circumstantial confidence for real confidence, where in favorable circumstances, where they have the time to get things right and perfect, and where be perfects have the knowledge and expertise, they are circumstantially confident. However, in unfavorable circumstances, their confidence can disappear in a flash. Under pressure, be perfects tend to fall back on their strengths, and with their heads down, perfecting all and sundry, they can get stuck on repeat. So, how can be perfects approach confidence differently? Inherent in their struggles are their waves of self-doubt, where they question themselves relentlessly. Am I good enough? Do I know enough? Have I done enough? What did I miss? What's going to go wrong? And you get the idea. When be perfects channel their efforts and energy differently, in the absence of all that fear and doubt, what emerges from within is a quiet, powerful confidence from the inside out. So, in what ways do perfectionists make life difficult for themselves? So long as perfectionists dwell on their fears and doubts, they feed the beast, and their confidence remains frustratingly out of reach. The good news is all that expectation and pressure is mostly self-imposed, and in the driving seat, be perfects only need to channel their efforts and energy differently. So, how can we think about be perfect differently? Away from stereotypical nonsense, be perfect is not a disease in need of a cure. Be perfect is actually a tremendous super strength. Given their incredible care and attention, be perfects have a laser focus, effortlessly surfacing what is mostly overlooked. As reflective thinkers, be perfects often have a way of connecting the dots and can bring the big picture and detail together into a cohesive whole. When everyone else is charging ahead, be perfect's dispassion and independence brings calm, neutrality and foresight, which together with their tendency to question helps other people to stop and think differently. And in this way, be perfects are masters at speeding things up by slowing things down. The Japanese tea ceremony is a meditation in unflinching attention, a path to self-mastery. Similarly, in the Christian tradition is, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. And in India with Vedanta, well, that's a masterclass in self-mastery and self-perfection. In this way, striving for perfection is a commendable way of life, and the wise are said to live each moment carefully. The art of life in perfection is anchored in acceptance of our imperfections, a highly elevated state of being. So, how do we navigate our drive to be perfect? First and foremost is acceptance and to embrace perfectionism, not as a disease, but as the art of living each moment carefully. When Be Perfects give themselves permission to embrace how they were created, they can channel that super strength in service of the greater good. Everyone most likely hopes their surgeon, pilot, plumber, and accountant are Be Perfects. That said, strengths, when overdone, tend to derail. And the next suggestion is to transition from worrier into the warrior, practicing the timeless art of measure, where we find the balance in perfection, neither too much nor too little. The timeless art of discretion helps Be Perfects discern what is outside their control from what is inside their control, channeling their efforts accordingly. Alongside this is the gentle art of compassion, not only for others, but for themselves as well, something Be Perfects often exclude for themselves, sometimes seeing themselves as unworthy. And finally is learning, where rather than seeing what we do as a destination, we see our drive to perfection as a journey of constant learning. And so doing, we unburden the load and we enjoy the ride. In summary, when Be Perfects supercharge the pressure with super high expectations, their confident best is anything but easy and anything but enjoyable. Be Perfect is not a disease in need of a cure. It's actually something to celebrate as we bring artistry and magic to just about everything we do, and our world is better off as a result. Thank you. I wish you all the best discovering your magic in your stretch zones. Trust yourself, be yourself, and enjoy yourself. Bye now.